How to play the game of sweep. First, the setup, you're going to select 20 cards from the deck, face down without looking. Lay 4 in front of you, face down, and 4 on top of that, face up. You can now look at the remaining 12 cards and put them in order. You can put them in any order you'd like, bearing in mind that 10 is the most valuable card as it's a sweep card, and we'll get more information on that in a little while. I like to arrange my cards in numerical order from largest to smallest, but you can arrange them however you see fit. To play the game, the object of the game is to get rid of all your cards and to be the first player at the table to do so. To start, you're going to begin with the youngest player at the table for the first hand. Subsequent hands will be led by the person who went out in the last hand. Because I want to get rid of all of my cards as quickly as possible, I'm going to start with something I have a lot of that's a high value. So I will start with 2 kings. Playing the game, you can only get up to 4 of a kind in a single hand. Once you get to 4 of a kind, that's called a sweep. That's one way to sweep the pile away. The person who has swept the pile then begins. All right. So 2 9s are played. I can either match it and play a 9 or 2 9s to sweep, or get underneath the 9s to get below that value of a card. I'm going to lay 2 7s because it's a pair of cards that I have in my hand.
3 7s.
As you go along, you're going to count up. Because you can only get to 4 of a single card, the count goes around the table. You add to the value each time you play. All right, with 3 7s played, I'm going to play these 2 3s to get below that number.
4 3s, and I sweep.
4 3s is another way to sweep the deck. Once you uncover a card that was previously covered up, you can play it. Because your objective is to get rid of all your cards, those 4 unknown cards are important to get rid of as soon as you can.
And you have to play it right away.
You have to play an unknown card right away. So 2 aces are played. As you can see from my hand, I cannot get underneath it. I do have a sweep card, but I don't want to use that just yet. So I'm going to use some strategy, and I'm going to uncover another card by going over the pile. I have to now pick this whole pile up and put it in my hand. Now I have a choice. I can play from my hand, or I can play an unknown card to start again. I play a jack, and I have 2 more in my hand, so that becomes 3 jacks. You can always play all of the same card that you have, even if you pick up something from an unknown or from a known pile in front of you. So 4 jacks will
4
sweep.
jacks.
One queen, let's say 2 queens.
2 6s.
All right, I have a 6 here, so 3 6s.
2 5s.
2 5s. 3 2s.
4 2s. Sweep.
A 10 is a sweep card. We haven't played that one yet, but because it was an unknown card and it got played, it has to be played and swept away right away.
2 4s.
3 4s.
Sweep.
A lucky unknown card there. And by playing her last card, she goes out and wins the hand. Scoring You're going to take all your cards in front of you and add them up at face value. 10s, because they're a special card, are worth 20 points each. That's another 10 points, so that's 40, and I have 48 points for
That's
that
50.
hand.
20,
50.
40.
20, yes, 20, 40, 58. And that's a hand of sweep.